we're looking at Torchlight 2. It is a session-based multiplayer game. This is one of the starting areas. We do have day and night cycles, we have weather, we have huge outdoor areas that are tied to hubs of towns where there's also outdoor dungeons and outdoor or regular dungeons kind of around the periphery. Rocket's playing a Railman. We have 2 classes announced. We have 4 character classes that are all new for Torchlight 2. The 3 classes won't be playable. They are only in the game as NPCs from Torchlight 1, so it's all new. The Railman is he's a kind of the industrial, sort of a blue-collar, slightly steampunk aesthetic, but less geeky than the Alchemist was, and more kind of like John Henry style of steampunk. He is more of the melee character. He's got this suit that is actually ember charged, and you'll see the particles kind of swirl around him, and increases the likelihood of an electrical discharge on one of the attacks, make it a much more devastating attack. And that actually is very class specific. It levels up with, and a lot of the skills are based on it. The other class that we have right now is called the Outlander. It's more of a desert nomad. They keep to themselves, relying on like low magic, ranged weapons. Primarily fights with a glaive, which is a class item that is also tied to skills and also levels up pretty uniquely. He's got a ferret pet, which is in the retail version. This is the pre-alpha build, so some things are not obviously final. So one of those is the pets. I don't know. We don't know if like any of these pets will make it into Torchlight 2. We probably will have all new. I mean, we may keep the cat and the dog because people like that. You know, it's just classic, but. Right now what's planned is totally new. Also bringing back a lot of features that everyone likes, but just doing them better, like the pets. They'll have more skills, they may have more stats. We're going to bring back fishing, but it's going to be a lot more interesting, more stuff to do. So you can see he's already in a multiplayer game. There's 4 people in the game total, and you can see kind of where they are and who they are on the upper left there. So someone opened a town portal. So if you open a town portal, obviously, someone can see it, so you can go through it or not. If you're in a party, the loot that you see, the loot that drops, is your loot, and everyone sees their own loot. So you don't have to worry about playing the same thing over and over again to get the special key. And if you do want to share, once you pick it up and find, oh, you know, I have this that I don't want to use, and I'll give this guy the rifle, just drop it, and your friend can see it, pick it up, equip it. This is one of the first towns. 4 zones are planned. Maybe 5 if we get that far. but 4 for sure that are going to be really big areas, kind of like lands, like whole new environments. They'll be tied to a hub of a town, the different characters that live there, the kind of the races that are there, all the monsters that are specific to that area. And overall, there's a big story that kind of drives the gameplay. As you go kind of like quest to quest, you have to, you know, go back and forth between the zones to complete everything. But there are also lots of random dungeons if you just want to jump in and play, and if you just want to play with your friends, you can buy a map, you know, go to a random dungeon and just clear it out, just have fun. We are going to release the dev tools with this again, so this will be moddable, and you can play with the mods. If you want to play with the modded, you just have to make sure that it's synced, and it'll come up with something that says, hey, you know, you need to go get this or that, and sync together, so you know your friends can play modded characters or modded levels or whatever it is that's new that you want to do. If you don't have to. Just play online, and no problem. It's just we want to give people as much choice as possible. Read and be creative. It is co-op play, so it's focusing on playing with your friends. There will be some nod to PvP, kind of like dueling, or you know, we haven't figured out exactly what we want to do, if it's going to be dueling or just engaging your friend, but it's, you know, we're going to save that for the MMO. So there's someone else who's in-game with Brock right now. It's a session-based multiplayer. It is a one-time purchase. We haven't set a price point yet. It will be modest, it will be low priced, the way Torchlight 1 is. Expect to make it, we want to make it, you know, a budget title. It's not going to be $50 $50 game. No subscriptions, no item sales. Just you get the game, you get the tools, go have fun with your friends. So this is Torchlight 2, the multiplayer, and it's coming in late spring 2011, exact date to be determined.